Hello, everyone. We're coming at you from the Social Distancing Short Play Festival with another reading of a short play. I'm Frank Blocker, and I am zooming into you from South Florida. And I am here with my fantastic partner in crime in this event. Take it away.
And I am Cheryl King, zooming into you from the Bay Area in California. And today we are reading MACLEAR by Oded Gross. The cast of characters: John, an actor, Jane's husband, and Jane, an actress, John's wife. The setting: a town in the middle of nowhere.
Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks, rage. Blow, you cataracts and hurricanes, spout, till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks. I always forget what comes after cocks. Anyway, well, it was something like that.
You know, I've already told you many times it should have been you. You would have been great. So much better than Ted.
And yet Ted is Lear and I am just a spear carrier. Failed again.
The road to success is paved with failure.
The road to failure is paved with failure. Failure is like Starbucks. It's on every road, and yet I am better than Ted. It is so unjust.
When you're the director of the play like he is, you can do such unjust things like cast yourself in the lead, even though you're thoroughly unqualified.
You wouldn't know true talent if it stabbed him in the chest.
Well, he did cast me.
You are wonderful. The perfect goneril.
I'm sad there's only a few weeks left in the run. I enjoy playing someone so
ruthless and amoral.
I was going to say ambitious and determined.
It's a role you were born to play.
And you are destined to be Lear.
Apparently not. Though, you want to hear something silly? Just this morning, on the way to the theater, I came across that psychic shop.
You didn't. Did you go in again? Get your palm read?
I didn't have to this time. I was about to walk past the door and the prophesier came out boasting of her supernatural knowledge, as she often does.
What does she say this time?
She seemed to imply that I would be Lear.
She did?
Well, at first she said I would be the Duke of Albany, strangely.
Boring.
But then she made it clear that I would be the king. I don't even know how she knew I was in the play. Who knows how she performs her magic, if you believe in that sort of thing. Normally I don't.
Don't you? I do. I believe in all of that stuff. Crystal balls, tarot readings, astrology.
I don't believe in astrology, but that's only because I'm a Virgo. I have often believed this fortune teller, though. This one, Madame Wayward, so old and strangely dressed, yet she knows things about me. It's hard not to believe she's mystical. But how can I trust her this time? I mean, the play is halfway done. Ted is Lear. He is the lead. Ted is always the lead. It's his company. It's the only game in town for at least 300 miles. He can do what he wants. Oh, it's so discouraging. I'm just a spear carrier again, nothing more. Telephone rings. Oh. Hello? Yes. He did. I understand. Thank you.
You know, John, I have to say I don't like it when you talk like that.
That was strange.
Nothing more than a spear carrier? What does that say about me? I can't do better than a spear carrier?
I'm not a spear carrier.
You're damn right you're not. You are a lead.
I'm the Duke of Albany.
I said a lead. Think bigger, John.
No, I have just been promoted to the Duke of Albany.
What?
That was Ted. He's on his way over here to talk about it with me.
Wait, what about Steve? He plays Duke of Albany.
Steve quit in some jealous rage. He heard his wife call out Ted's name while having sex.
That's why he quit?
She was having sex with Ted at the time.
I see. I'm surprised it took Steve this long to find out.
You knew?
Ted wasn't very discreet. I caught him and Steve's wife in the prop room a week ago.
Well, Steve's gone now, so Ted gave me the role.
Just like the psychic said.
That's what's so incredible.
She also said you were going to be Lear.
I know, but what are the odds of that? Telephone rings. Yeah, hello. I understand. Okay. That was Ted. He said the person playing Albany is also the understudy for Lear.
Oh my God.
If something happens to Ted...
You will be king.
Oh, let's not get excited now. You and I both know Ted has understudies for all the roles he plays, and in the 10 years we've known him, I don't think he's ever used one once.
That is true.
He never gets sick. He never gets hurt. He never has a relative die. It's horrible.
As if any of that would stop him. He'd have to be dead for the understudy to go on.
There's no point in us getting excited.
It depends how badly you want the role.
You know I would do anything.
Would you?
What would you have me do?
I'd have you act.
Jane, I don't want to do anything bad.
No, nothing worse than bad acting. Of course, good and bad are subjective.
Murder is bad.
Did you think I was suggesting murder?
Weren't you?
I was.
That is bad. You'd make a killer out of me? That is not a role I wish to take on.
Oh, the roles we must play in order to play the roles we truly want.
It's an evil act.
Is it? When you murdered the dog because he was sick in the head, started biting children, was that an evil act?
I didn't murder the dog. I put him down.
You say putting him down to protect yourself because it is too horrible to say what you actually did, which was murder the dog. The same way cutting off his balls was called getting him fixed. Though I am sure if you asked the dog, he'd say, fixed, I'm broken. I was working fine until you cut my balls off. You killed the dog. Don't be horrified by it. Own it. He was a menace. It was the best thing for everyone. Intention is important, isn't it?
I'm an actor. Intention is everything. What is your intention?
Mine? To see my husband, who I love more than life, reach his full potential, which is not to be a bit player in a company led by a man who will never see him as anything more. Only with small parts for you, is that it? Is that good enough? I think not.
There are no small parts, just small actors.
There are small parts, and they are played by small actors. Actors who say they are fixed when they are really broken. No one unmans my husband.
I'm hardly unmanned.
It's so discouraging. I am a spear carrier again, nothing more.
What would you have me do?
Ted is a menace.
Ted is a dog.
Isn't he a dog? Aren't we all? Is this not a dog-eat-dog industry?
Do you want me to kill the dog or eat the dog?
You can't do one without the other, but you have to be hungry, John.
It just seems wrong.
Is it not wrong to lead a company of men and women as he does, but only have interest in himself? Only putting up the shows that he wants, always casting himself in the roles that he wants to play with no thought or consideration or opportunity for the rest of us, he did a modern adaptation of Medea and cast himself as the lead. Is that not wrong? Is it not wrong to dismiss your fate as proclaimed by your soothsayer, who you have trusted time and time again? Now she has outlined your destiny and you doubt it? It has been foreseen. She has shown you her crystal ball. You can get everything you want, but you need crystal balls of your own. If you equivocate, if you deny your destiny, is that not wrong? Is it not wrong to test your wife, to treat your wife this way? It pains me to see you sulk in self-pity, lamenting your lot in life. You are my husband. I want no other man, but I do want a man. Someone who will fight for what he wants and not cry about injustice. Woe is me, I only get cast as a spear carrier. I say, don't just carry the spear, use it. You are carrying it for a reason. The psychic has told you what that reason is. She's given you your purpose and all but said you would succeed. You can take the throne of the play and of the company. All you have to do is act. You are the understudy. It is time for you to go on. Do it, if not for yourself, then for me.
For you? You have a role. A good role.
Do you know what Ted had me do in order to get my good role?
I presume he had you act.
He wanted me to perform and act.
What?
I didn't care much for that casting.
You didn't.
No, but I had to promise that I would. Pretend that I wanted to satiate his advances. Do things a wife should only do for her husband. Things I only wish to do for you. I had to promise him as much.
But you haven't kept that promise.
I haven't been forced to yet. Like Steve's wife. Like all the wives in the company, Ted is insatiable. His lust for women is rabid. He is
a dog.
And I had to pretend to be his bitch. Not my favorite role, to be sure.
The doorbell. That must be Ted.
So now it's time for you to decide. What role will you take on in order to get what you want?
What role indeed? Is this a dagger I see before me?
Break a leg. Hello? Madam Wayward, it's Jane. Blackout, the end.